Hey everybody, it's Ad the Red and welcome back to Sunrider Mask of Arcadius. Last we left off, we had been kidnapped by the pirate cassette Cosmos, and it appears we're being held for ransom after a fashion. She wants every Alliance ship out of Ongas within 48 hours, and due to the presence of a very rare element, I suppose, I'm not sure if it's a mineral. I think it was it's a mineral that can be liquidized to a type of fuel or something like that. I'm not sure. Regardless, yeah. Because of its importance in that regard, it is unlikely the Alliance will surrender it, so things aren't looking so good for me right now. Well, I say for me, I'm getting a little too roleplay into this. Bleh. Captain? Shields opened his eyes. How long had he been trapped in there? I believe I may have found a way out. I found a piece of chipped cement in the cell. It wasn't much, but I've managed to cut through most of my bindings. Don't do anything reckless, Lieutenant. The Alliance will come for us. You're injured, Captain. I'm not going to let you stay here. This is my fault. I'm the one who brought you here. Steel screeched as the guard entered the gate. Hey you, the boss wants to see you. Alright. No, the girl this time. Shields looked at Kriska with apprehension. Don't worry, Captain. I can take care of myself. Kriska stood and walked over to the guard. Just as he turned his back, Kriska broke free and wrapped her bindings around his neck. Shields grimaced as the guard's neck bones cracked like twigs. Come on, Captain, let's get out of here. Shields and Kriska ducked behind a crate as the gunman passed. Cassette has this place locked down tight. Our safest bet might be to make a run for it to an escape pod. Suddenly a siren went off behind them. I think they just realized we escaped. Come on, we don't have much time left. And so where do you think you're going, Captain? Cassette! Men, surround them! Such a pity we have to keep you alive. But maybe I can cut off a limb or two to pay you back for what you did to my guard. After all, I never promised to return to the Alliance completely intact. Cassette drew a knife as two gunmen held Kriska down. Hehehe, so tall. You don't know what it's like being stuck like this until you tried it yourself. Suddenly a shot echoed through the station. One of Cassette's goons fell to the ground, his brain smeared to the ground. Blinding light flashed as flashbang grenades exploded around Cassette's men. Alliance soldiers stormed into Cassette's encampment, guns blazing. Ugh! Kill them all! Shields crawled over Kriska as gunfire raged overhead. Are you alright? Fine, Captain. An Alliance Marine picked Shields up off the ground. Kriska picked up a weapon and covered Shields' back. Come on, sir. We need to get you out of here. Out of the corner of Shields' eye, he caught sight of something. No, wait! Hang on! The girl picked up Cassette's dropped knife. No, put the knife... I kind of feel that coming, okay. Yeah, that was pretty horrible. Don't worry, sir, you're safe now. We'll get you out of here. Let me go, Lieutenant! We've got you, don't worry, sir. No, goddammit, no! Debris splattered Shields as the shanty was struck down with a rocket-propelled grenade. A family dressed in rags scurried from their homes, their screams inaudible against the ringing in Shields' ears. The eldest of the family did not make it in time, and it was crushed underneath flaming wreckage. Was it one of Cassette's men who had fired the shot, or one of the Alliance? An empty-handed man lied on the ground in a puddle of blood. A woman wept as she clutched an infant to her chest. Fall back! Remember this, Captain. This is what your friends in the Alliance seek to bring to Ongas. Freedom? Ha! I'll see you in hell, Captain. Shield sat at his office. While he had been held captive for less than 48 hours, it felt like an eternity had passed since he last sat in his chair. Admiral Gray spoke through the comm. Captain, you have my sincerest apologies for our security lapse. It was our responsibility to protect you during your inspection, and we have failed. Shields closed his eyes. Tell me this, Admiral. How many civilians died during my rescue? We do not have an exact figure. You've seen it yourself. On Ongas, the line between civilian and combatant is not clear. We even have some reports that girls as young as 7 have been recruited to fight with Cassette's cutthroats. We did manage to neutralize 32 insurgents, however. Did you count the girl as one of them? I have no idea what you mean. I saw your men gun down a girl who couldn't have been more than 10 years old, all because she happened to pick up a little knife. I'm sorry, Captain, but urban fighting leads to collateral damage. This is only the beginning. The people of Ongas will treat you as an occupier, not a liberator. You can offer them all the aid you have. You can promise them freedom and democracy, but as long as you mind that Ongas site, you will always be one of their enemies. Very well, Captain. You've made your point. We should conduct an internal investigation. I will not have it said that I allowed one of my men to gun down a little girl. An internal investigation? That's it? Yes, Captain. We've got to do more. Captain, let me be frank with you. There are those in the Alliance who do not agree with what we're doing here. I saw some of the ads the Progress Party were running against me just earlier. They accuse me of being an emperor, of plundering Ongas for its oil. What's the only difference between the Admiral and the Venator? One of them's running for office, they say. The Progress Party fears that I seek to end civilian control over the military, and frankly many voters do as well. If any negative press of what we're doing on Ongas get out, the Progress Party may win this election. They'll shut down the aid project here in Ongas. Not only that, but we'll lose our only supply of high-grade fuel in the war. The consequences will be catastrophic, both for Ongas and for the war. You must understand, word of this incident must be kept quiet. I promise I will see to it that those responsible are dealt with appropriately, but it will all be handled in my office. Oh, by my office. Nothing more. You want to cover this up. Oh, fuck. This might be one of the hardest decisions I've faced in this game. No, I'm going with this as a press. The truth must be told, or all right, there's too much at stake here. I trust you will handle the situation, Admiral. This is really a matter of if I want to raise a moment of abject horror to a personal level against a man who didn't order the girl specifically be shot. A leader is, to a degree, responsible for the actions of their soldiers. They obviously can't control every single thing the people underneath them do. But they are the ones who have to instill discipline, who have to ensure a certain order, a certain level of professionalism is maintained. To act as a symbol, as an archetype. But this is me having to think, is he that much at fault for this? Is he really ingrained enough in all this that he should be really, almost tried as if he were the one who pulled the trigger? Sort of vicarious punishment. Because if that occurs, the person responsible might never actually be punished. The press would probably gun straight for Gray. That is a very, very difficult one indeed. Yeah, that's... God, that is a really hard one. Um... I suppose that, given what's at stake, this may feasibly be the better option. In a sense of ends justifies the means, a very grim angle of an already rather macabre saying. Alright. There's too much at stake here. I trust you will handle the situation, Admiral. Very wise, Captain. Do not fear. I will get to the bottom of what happened, and they will have no future in the Alliance fleet. I will see to that. Thank you, sir. As for your ship, I am relaying additional funds and supplies, as an apology for our security lapse. We will win this war and restore prosperity to Angas and to the rest of the galaxy. I promise the blood of the civilians which was spilt today will not be in vain. Of course, Admiral, I will think of them as well, as I fight to stop Pact. That is all, Captain. Needless to say, as of now, this conversation never took place. Sir. Come in. Captain. As your liaison officer, I offer you my humblest apologies, sir. It was my responsibility to protect you during the inspection, and in that regard I have failed. I will accept whatever punishment you deem fit. At ease, Lieutenant. No. The inspection let me see a lot of things. Sir? I think this would be jumping the gun a bit. To say they can't be trusted, as in totally, I think that's a bit extreme, so we have to stop Cassette and her gang together. Our relief efforts are being sabotaged by Cassette and her gang's terrorist activities. They seek to destabilize this world and turn it into a pirate haven. The Alliance will tolerate no such action. One day the people of Angas will have peace and security, but that will not be accomplished as long as maniacs like Cassette are at large. I want her stopped, dead or alive. With much pleasure, Captain. Once the pirates who merely want to profit from this sad situation have been eliminated, we will rebuild the new Angas, one where such tragedies will not occur. Report to the commander. She wishes a detailed report of what transpired at Angas. That'll be punishment enough for the security lapse. Understood, sir. Thank you, sir. You are dismissed, Lieutenant. Captain, you killed me. Shields jolted upright on his chair. He had fallen asleep on his paperwork. Shields rubbed his eyes and stretched his back. He went downstairs to the bathroom and splashed a handful of water on his face. His own reflection stared back at him. Did I make the right decision? I'm coming. Shields went back upstairs and opened the door. Captain! I came here as soon as my shift ended. I was so scared when I heard you were taken prisoner. Oh. It's alright. I was hardly even gone for 2 days. Still. Did they hurt you? Nah, nothing the Alliance couldn't patch up. It was all just minor bumps and scratches, that's all. Captain. Don't leave me ever again. I was so worried I thought I was going to faint. Shields put his arms around Chigara. Don't worry. I'm alright. I'm alright. The damn bastard got away. We should have just shot him while we had the chance. So we're getting an FTL transmission. A message? Put it through. Cosmos? How are things? Piss poor. The captain's given us the loop and the Alliance has dug itself in deep. I'm relaying to you a battle plan. Study it carefully. Oh? I thought you guys left us for dead after the ass whooping the Alliance gave you last week. This is a personal mission, shall we say. Lone wolfing? Such individuality from a red. So, what's in it for us if we help you out? I can give you exactly what you've wanted all these years. Independence for Angus once and for all. Deal.